So, hi everybody. Good morning, Mary Camping. This is Mary. Woo, I'm gonna drop my phone. And we're doing something that not everybody likes to do as part of camping, but it really is, and it's the poop tank. Now, we did have a full site here at Megunticook Campground in Rockland, which was gorgeous. What a great little place to check out. But Honey likes to do things a little differently, so we're gonna kind of go through and look at how he does things a little differently that he's learned over years. There's some really crappy things that go along with the dumping the poop tank, but he does a really great job. So I'm gonna let him, if I can turn it around, show us how to get it done. All right, Jeff. Oh, I can't turn it around. I'm gonna do it this way then. There you go. All right, show us, Jeff.
First thing, buy good stuff. If you buy crappy stuff, it won't last. These ones, it's Rhino. It's a good brand. I've had this one for a long time. I don't want it because I don't want to do this. But I have to.
Because he's good like that, because we have to.
Anyways.
Get the hole dirty here.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, always make sure...
Oh, I lost you. There you are.
Always make sure that your valves are closed. Always. Because if they're not, and you pop that cap open, guess what's going to happen? Bad things.
It's going to be crappy.
Yeah. Anyways, a lot of campgrounds are different how they're set up with their stations.
Now, what did you do right there with that little notch?
This?
Yes, you made it a notch. What is it? What is that?
When the water goes through, it's going to settle.
Okay. So now, when you're at your campsite, you don't want to have this hose hooked into your full site all curly Q and gross, because guess what? It's going to be gross. Go ahead.
Okay. What I always do the black water first. Why? Because you do the gray water second, it's cleaner water, it'll flush your hose out, and you won't have to do much cleaning. Some people just pull both and let it all go at once. I like to do the black water first, and then do the gray water.
For all of you new campers, black water is your poo in your toilet. The gray water is your hands and you're doing dishes and those kinds of things. So that's your difference. So yeah, you really want that black water first because yeah, it might get junky. Gross.
Gloves. Get some gloves. I don't want to touch this.
So you let it drain out real good. Jeff's got quite the technique down. It's actually, I normally don't sit as part of this. Normally I sit in the truck where it doesn't smell. I'm not involved. I like that. But today for you folks watching, I'm gonna endure this with him because he's a good man that does this for us. While we're waiting, we'll take a little look around. This is Megunticook. Real nice people, the owners. We just got to talk to him. There's a nice pool, really nice area. This is in Rockland. Really cute little place. We brought our motorcycle, so we got to go riding around the coast. But they have some really cool sites. They have cabins. They do a lobster bake on Saturday. I don't know if that's every Saturday, but they did it when we first got here. That was really cool. And then they're right on the ocean, which is super, super cool for the New England area. Is you literally walk, it's quite a little down, but the views are spectacular. I'm going to be posting some pictures because it was just really, really beautiful. So here's Jeff doing his duty. Not gonna lie, it's not very, it smells bad. All right, so it looks like it's done. So you see the end there, it's got the clear. That's so you know that all the duty water's gone.
When the black water's done, I'll try to get all of it out as much as possible before I open the gray water.
So like,
Close the black, open the gray. Most of them are color coded. The handles, black, poop, gray, gray. And usually what I'll do when this gray water's going, I'll kind of shake up the hose, get the rest of the stuff out of there as best as possible.
And make sure that you don't shake it so much that you pull it out of the little hole, because then it's spraying everywhere, and then that's just gross. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to be part of that. Nobody. No. Notice how you put the little cap on top of it. Sometimes they'll have.
Some places don't have that. Some places they're all different. Some places have this set up, and some places don't. So they're all different.
So make sure, like, if there's a rock handy or you have somebody that's willing to do it, have kind of stand, like, just put their foot on it to rest it. Again, you can see by the look on my face, this is not a pleasant experience, but it's a necessary experience. Did I mention how much I love you? And then you'll see some campers will actually have, I'm going to show you, see it's got like the galley tank and the black tank. Same things with gray versus black. Again, black, poop, bad. Gray, dirty water. Galley, think of a kitchen. Think of a stove. If you ever know of any of the terms for like naval and things like that. Galley. There's a galley. All right, how we looking, Jeff?
Raining.
And depending on how long you've been in your camper will depend on how much there is. If you only stayed, like we came in on Friday, it's Sunday morning, normally isn't too bad, but we'll sometimes run extra water through it just to be able to have that extra gray water to really rinse that out, not have to deal with it. A lot of campers will have a monitor where you can kind of see where your tanks are at. Keep an eye on that over the weekends, because if you're going for 4 or 5 days and you don't know how big your tank is and you've been washing your hands a lot, you've been doing a lot of dishes, you've been doing showers in your camper, you may want to watch because you don't want that to back up either.
Some campgrounds, if they don't have a full hookup at your site, they'll often have a honey wagon that they can come and pump your tanks out for a minimal cost.
And honey, when they say honey, they don't mean honey like Pooh Bear honey. They mean honey like they bring a big wagon and it comes and they hook it up and they pump out your stuff. So sometimes we've had to take advantage of that on some longer trips where we had multiple people when our kids were with us, when we were taking a lot of showers. That's really, we take advantage of that service. So always ask about that before you book a campground, especially if you think you have a smaller unit or need may have more. So Jeff is finishing up here. Thank God. It's hot and smelly. So again, he double checks, make sure those are really good clothes because you don't want to be driving down the road with your stuff flowing out because some still moves around after you leave. He unhooks, really drains it.
After that, the hose is nice and clean. You don't really have to mess around. You're taking care of it, closing it, putting it back together.
And most places will have a hose nearby that you can take advantage of and kind of rinse out to give that extra little due diligence on it, which we're not doing. That's kind of gross. He knows what he's doing. I don't.
Don't forget to put the cap on. You'll see that flying around behind you. There, all done.
All right, and we keep it right there in our storage. Some people keep it in a bag. Some people keep it in a tote. Totally your preference. So this was a crappy episode of Merry Camping, a little bit longer than most, but it's a really important part of camping, and we really want to make sure that you guys saw that and got some good tips on that. And again, we don't always think we know everything, but we just like to share what we have learned over the years and years of camping. This is Merry Camping. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that little bell to follow us and know when there's new videos, and we'll see you camping.